It shouldn't be giving me cold chills, but it already is.
Around the front where that GoPro mount is, you can take a quick look.
Nah, I'll just get in where I can jump in front if I get a chance. Do you ever get tired of this?
No, I don't do it often enough to get tired of it.
I don't think I
don't get to do it near as much as I'd like to.
I've been coming down here for 65 years, making my mom bring me down to watch. First it was the Super Connies and the DC3s back in 51 and 52, and any chance I get, I love it.
All right, we got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. I'm Bob. I'll be the flight engineer. The FAA requires me to tell you that this is not an airliner, which I assume you know. Why you want to go for the ride? It's a limited category airplane. It's a military design. There's a lot of low bridges, sharp edges. The exposed cables you see in the top are the control cables for the airplane. The wiring is functional. Please don't grab any of that when we're flying. You're only seated and belted for takeoff and landing. Once we're up, you're free to move around the airplane. There's room in the nose for 2 or 3 at a time. There's room in the cockpit. You go through the bomb bay, radio room in the aft section here. Can't go back in the tail turret. You can't go in the ball turret. If you drop anything in the bomb bay, let me know. Don't try to retrieve it, because those bomb doors were not designed to support somebody's weight. There's first aid kits, fire extinguishers in each compartment. We've never had to use them, and I don't plan on starting today. There's air sick bags on board, and shouldn't need those. It's pretty smooth last time, but if you do need one, feel free to. I didn't see any up in the ammo boxes. I don't know where they've got them in the back.
Well, they kind of fly around.
Yeah. Seat belt. It's a military type seat belt. If you're not familiar with it, this goes through here. This just comes back and hooks and snaps down. Like I say, you need to be seated for takeoff and landing only. Once. All right.
This is
We got somebody up front. We have to wait for them to come out before we can board.
Oh, okay.
Anybody have any questions? We'll be in the air about 25 minutes. We'll be doing about 100 mile an hour when we lift off, 110. We cruise at about 150. Earlier flight today, we were at 3,200 feet. Seemed to be a little smoother up there.
With extra parachutes.
Yes. We've never needed those either.
How long have you guys been flying?
We started flying in July of '95. The museum acquired it in July of '86, and the 5-year restoration took 9 years.
what movies has this plane been in?
It was in Tora Tora Tora. Was the war movie that it was, the famous war movie it was in, when it was a firebomber, actually. Matter of fact, they painted them up, olive drab, and put a fake, turret on them and a star on the side. Flew them in the movie. When they got them back, the firefighters didn't have time to repaint them for the season, so they just put a stripe on the tail and their number, and they fought fires that year in the OD paint and the star.
Right now we are in a Transformer, the new Transformer movie. We are in it, but don't sneeze, because that's all it takes. It's the whole nose. I didn't see the movie.
Oh yeah.
Some people told me already. They saw.
Well, it was in that other one with Shirley MacLaine that nobody saw either.
It took 3 days to do. The film company came to film the thing, and end up in the second and a half.
So just ask a question. I've read somewhere, I'm from England,
Mhm.
I read somewhere that the bomber crews that took off in England, I don't know where if it was anywhere else, but for good luck they used to go and piss up the wheels before they got on board.
That's the new one on me. I'm not familiar with that.
I've read it somewhere. and
Feel
I thought,
free if you'd like to.
not at the moment.
Well, I read where they would wait and relieve themselves after they got at altitude, and the piss would freeze the bomb bay doors, and they'd have to come back with a full load of bombs. So there's all kinds of stories.
Well, there were relief tubes on board. It was just
They're still
a
there.
tube with a funnel.
So the guy really is true. They used to go on the back and kick. We talked to the folks, you know, they used to fly. So they had to kick some of the bombs.
Yeah, the bomb doors were designed to break away at 100 pounds. So if the bomb doors jam shut for some reason, were inoperable, they just break away. The bombs would just push them right open.
You had lunch?
It's all right. I got a lot of reasons.
Let this gentleman on first.
You're on out, I'll give you some.
Yeah, we'll have to seat you back here.
I don't know.
How often do you run across somebody that actually flew and fought in one of these? Very often. Anymore? Probably not.
Well, this one, it's
Great.
becoming more and more rare, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's fantastic.
We had several members that were veterans that
Mhm.
are no longer with us.
Mhm.
Sir?
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. You're the reason we're doing this, you know.
What position did you fly?
Top turret gunner.
Good deal.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you want to go ahead and just take one of these seats back here? Don't matter. Just pick one. Like I say. Well, yeah, like I say, you're only seated for takeoff and landing, so you can get up and look out the windows as soon as we're in the air. I need a couple people up front. How about you and you? Go all the way up. There's a trap door between the pilot seats. You go up in the nose. And then you swap if you want to swap with somebody. Like I said, there's plenty of time to everybody get a couple minutes up there, and somebody else can sit there for the landing. And then one pilot's, there's a seat behind the pilots. Once you take that
I'm
one
cool
for
with that,
takeoff,
man.
then you're kind of strapped in a little low, but you can still.
Hey, I'm in the plane.
It's
That's
on the
all
right side. That's
Okay.
right. And then 3 for the radio room. You're the ball. Let the 3 just go on after you go around.
Yeah, I guess we just go around that. This is why they were young and slim.
I can do that better. 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I'd hate to be in a hurry getting out of this place.
Yeah. Oh, this is pretty cool. You done one of these before?
Hmm?
Done one of these flights before? No, me
Never.
Looks like a radio room.
What did you fly?
They still was come up this way. They just pointed the 2 of us and said, go up front. Yeah, they said, go up and take off and then come out after a while. What was the crew normally? What they have in the
the height restriction? I didn't know. I didn't really. Don't apply to me, but I just know.
I'm impressed.
I know in the submarine.
They said the right.
We got a guy with a camera on his hat. Watch out.
Well, you ain't gonna see much, but what the heck, for now.
Actually, you're free to stand for a while, and
Have to be
engineer
seated.
comes up, he'll tell you when you need to be seated. So
I'll do that, Corey.
you can stand and watch what's going on outside, or watching us getting ready here.
Oh,
Whatever you like.
this is just awesome. Yeah. And then, of course, I've got my camera that I need. I have walked around and rubbed on Fifi, the B29, and
Yes,
I have
sir.
did the same thing with the B24 Executive Suite. So you know how long ago that was when it was. But yeah, this is just awesome.
We're glad you joined us today.
I soloed in a 172 and then quit and never went back.
Oh, what'd you do that for?
I don't know. Divorced, going through a divorce at that time, and that finally took place, and it just part of that deal, I reckon.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it.